Hey, what's going on, guys? Zodiac or Max here today, and today I think this is like, I want to say day 8 or 9 of uploading every day during the summer. May actually stop doing that. Maybe I'm gonna start doing one every other day probably, but we'll see how this, depending on how good this video does, because if I'm just uploading and only the same like 4 or 5 people are watching it, there's not really a point. So if I just upload every other day and still get the same people, I mean, it is what it is. But I might have to start doing glitch videos and stuff. But yeah, and as you can tell by the title, I'm actually going to show you 9 ways. I think it's 9. Let me count. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, 9 ways to get better at Call of Duty. I personally use all of these. They are really helpful for everything, even in public matches, but I mostly play competitive, and it really helps for that especially. But yeah, so the first thing is actually a scuff. It's a controller. If you guys don't know, it's a controller that pretty much you can customize it. You can put grips on it. You can change the analog sticks on it. You can add paddles to the back, 2 or 4, and you can take them off too, so you can make 3 or 1 or how much ever you want. And they're pretty much just like the A, B, Y, and X buttons. I think you can actually put them on different things, but I only use so I have the Scuff Infinity, and I use A and B only. I have 4 paddles which I can put on, but I only like 2, but it really helps with your jumping, especially in this game, so you don't have to keep moving your thumb over to your A button on like a default controller. And then with this you can actually just keep your fingers on the bottom of the controller and press A and jump up and down or punch, or just really depends on what you have. Oh yeah, and by the way, everything that is a physical object that you can actually keep, like the scuff, I'll link in the description of the site that you can get those off of. But yeah, so the next thing is actually gamer grip. A lot of people don't know about it, but it's pretty much just, well, it's kind of obvious actually at the same time, but it's for like when your hands get really sweaty and stuff. Like I even, right when I get on, sometimes somehow my hands are already sweaty, but they're like dry right before I get on. But right when I start touching that controller and moving around a little bit, it really gets just really sweaty, and my fingers always slip off, so I try not to move them as much. But with gamer grip, you put you get a little bottle. It's really small. If you go to the site, you can be able to tell or see, and all you need is a little sliver though, so that's why it's so small, because you really can use it for a long time. I have some, and everything that I have, I think I already said, yeah, I already said this, sorry. But yeah, it's like right next to me. It's seriously not even, it's barely longer than my fingers. But yeah. And then the next thing is G Fuel. G Fuel really helps you focus a lot. So when you're playing long or playing late, or you're just tired, you can drink some. I usually drink 16 ounces a day, which 16 ounces of the water and the mixture combined. It's really good. I have 11 out of the 18 flavors actually now, because they just came out with a new one. But I would recommend that. By the way, I'm not sponsored by any of these. I'm just saying these are the things that I use that help me. But yeah, so it says it lasts up to like 4 to 6 hours, but I think it even says 4 to 6 hours, and then after you're actually still good to go after that 4 to 6 hours. But you don't want to drink it. You want to drink it right when you start feeling, before you actually even start feeling tired, honestly, because by the time you're drinking it and you're tired, you're gonna want to get off already, and you're not gonna be focused. So you'll just get off and not pay. I don't even know what to say, but yeah. The next thing is your sensitivity. Your sensitivity is a really big part of everything. It really, like, The only thing bad about having a low sensitivity, which is what you want, I play on like a 5.5 in Black Ops 3, because on Black Ops 3 I feel like you do need a little higher one. But compared to IW, I do a 3.3. I mean, a 3.3 and a 4.4 are way different from each other. You think since they're only one apart that it would be, you know, not that bad, but it really is. Once you get used to one sensitivity, you're going to get used to it, and it's going to be hard to get used to another one. But I would recommend going no lower than a 3 and no higher than like a 5 or a 6, because that really, like when you're aiming down sights, you're going to be swaying a lot, because you're going to be trying to get that perfect aim. But you know, when you barely move your controller over, it moves it a lot on the screen, so you go really far left or a little far right or really far high, like go really up or down or whatever direction. But yeah. So, and then I guess I can count these as two, but it's drop shotting and jump shotting. Drop shotting is obviously when you drop to the ground, you go prone when you're in the middle of a gunfight. A lot of people don't expect it. Most people think you're just going to stand up or jump straight up. But if you drop shot in this game, for instance, it's really unpredictable just because of the jetpacks in this game, or IW. And it works for World War II very well too. But jump shotting in really boots on the ground, that is like the best thing besides drop shotting. Because you don't have jetpacks in that game, obviously. So people don't expect you to jump. Why would you jump? They'd expect you to drop shot, because it's kind of just the opposites, obviously. But yeah. And then this thing is not, I mean, it really helps me a lot now. But I remember watching this, like a video that Black Ops 2 thing, like the studio or whatever, they made, so to help people. And I watched this one, and this one's always stuck with me. I've never not thought about this. I'm always constantly thinking about this and telling myself to do it, because it's actually kind of hard to get used to. But it's only shooting when you for sure see their whole body or whatever. So like, say you're looking at my thing right now, and say someone went right where I was aiming in, but like from my left side, I would not obviously have time to shoot them and kill them. I could shoot them, maybe get a couple shots into them, but what's the point about trying to shoot them if I'm not going to kill them? I'd rather just follow them or call out to my teammates that they're in there and they're going to be somewhere around there and they might escape or whatever, but at least we know in the general area where they're at. But and if you don't kill them, you're going to pop up on the mini-map, so they can just turn around, or their teammates can kill you from behind, because I know exactly where you're at now. But yeah. And then pre-aiming, it's not really a big part in jetpacking games, but in boots on the ground, so like next year's World War II, it really, that's all you have to do in competitive to kill people. You just pre-aim everything. Like, even when you know someone's not there, I would just pre-aim it just to make sure. And then last but not least, it's your television size or your monitor size or whatever it is that you use. You don't want to use a big flat screen TV. I used to play on a flat screen TV, like, I mean, not that big, but it was like 32 inches. It's actually right next to my right. But now I play on like a 24 or 23 now, and it really, I could see the difference. Because you're constantly, with a bigger screen, you're looking left and right, because the screen's so big that you have to keep moving your head to see the whole, like, you not even see the whole screen at a time. It's just to see a specific part of it. So like, if you have like a 50 or you play on a 60-inch TV, that's not what you want to be playing on. You want to be playing at least, like, at the most, like a 24 or 25-inch screen TV. I will link that in the description. I don't have a really gaming monitor. Mine's just a regular computer monitor that I use. I have one for my computer, and I have one for my Xbox and PS4. I'm thinking about getting a third one so I can use the dual monitors, but when I'm not playing Xbox, I do turn that one into a dual monitor for my computer. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Enjoy the rest of the clip. I got it right before I recorded recorded this narration. But yeah, it's been like 8 or 9 days since I've uploaded. Like consistently, I've been uploading 8 or 9 days. I do hope to do that, but like I said, I might switch it to every other day. Just really depends. How much views I get on this one. If I get more than like 20, because most of the time I'm checking. Most of the views are just me checking what, like, how many likes it has and how many views it has, and I like it with my main account, which like that I upload videos on, and then I don't know who else likes them. There's like 2 likes on every video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and peace.
All CDP assets degraded.